A judge is expected to issue a temporary restraining order tomorrow for the Broadview Immigration Processing Center because of the reported conditions inside.
Our Sabrina Franza was in the courtroom all day at the Dirksen Federal Building.
Some of the people who have been detained at Broadview have testified today that at the facility there is not adequate food, medical care, or proper sleeping conditions. It's a place that's meant to be a temporary holding facility, but based on testimony today, immigrants saying that people are held for days at a time. A judge today saying that Broadview is becoming like a prison to that point, and says that he will issue a temporary restraining order, but the terms of that order will be revealed tomorrow. Plaintiffs called 5 witnesses who had been detained in the facility. They each testified that it was overcrowded and that they could not call their attorneys, visit with them, or make any confidential calls, something one of the many attorneys for detainees said could be fixed almost immediately with a temporary restraining order, since it was happening, he says, before Operation Midway Blitz.
I think some of these changes can happen right away. I don't see any reason that lawyers can't have access immediately to the facility and be allowed to communicate with their clients. So that should happen instantaneously.
One witness called in from Honduras. She said that she signed a document to self-deport, leaving her 9-month-old and 5-year-old back in the U.S. She was asked if she could read the document that she was given at the time. She said she would self-deport and said, no, they were in English and I don't know English. Another witness on the stand today, Pablo Moreno Gonzalez, broke down describing his experience in Broadview. He mentioned he has a wife and 2 grown children here. He testified that he was arrested while he was waiting for the bus to go to work and says, quote, I saw people running and I got scared and I ran. 2 attorneys for some detained at the facility testified that they could not reach their clients. We asked our legal expert if a judge's decision here is within their power. The government has tried to argue that it was not, which was quickly shot down.
I believe that lawyers have the right to argue any basis of law that has any chance whatsoever. And that's what I think that part of this case is. Certainly a standing issue comes up in a lot of cases, and it's not surprising that it came up in this issue. I just don't think it's a legitimate issue. I think due process under the Constitution is more important than an issue like standing.
The government is arguing that any temporary restraining order will halt the way that federal agents are able to enforce immigration law in the state of Illinois. Between now and tomorrow, the judge is asking to see photos of what the facility looks like inside and possibly surveillance video. Again, the terms of that temporary restraining order will be revealed tomorrow. At the Dirksen Federal Building, Sabrina Franza, CBS News, Chicago.